This is the Homestead Building Project Series. We're in part 4 of rebuilding the Rabbitry, so stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Today I'm working on the waste collection system. This is a system I had imagined a long time ago when I first was building the Rabbitry a couple of years ago, and I just never quite had the funds to be able to buy the materials. So all the materials I collected today for the system cost right around $100. I was able to come up with that fund. And then we're going to go ahead and install it today. And I just wanted to point out, I was inspired by 2 or 3 YouTube channels that were demonstrating their version. And so I'm going to jerry-rig it and create my own version, utilizing their ideas. And we'll show you what I come up with. So let's get started. First of all, the materials I needed to buy was some 10-foot long pipes. We've got a half-inch pipe, or excuse me, we got 3/4 inch water pipe. I got 3 of them. And I have a 2-inch water pipe. I purchased one of them because I have a various length left over here on the wrench in my repurpose pile. And then also I bought 4 of these panels of vinyl corrugated roofing material, and the reason why I'm choosing vinyl is because it's less corrosive, because rabbit urine is very corrosive on metal, so I didn't want to do any metals in here, and hopefully it'll be a lot easier to clean. I also purchased some of these little screws that we're going to be, I used 2 sizes of screws here that I'm going to be mounting the system with, and also a tube of silicone adhesive to be able to glue the 2 pieces together, because each panel's not wide enough. I need at least a minimum of 30 inches wide to cover the cages, because the cages are 30 by 30. And I'm gonna have to, that's why I bought 4 sheets, and so I'll show you how I put those together also. The other material I had purchased is 3 of these small cap ends, and I'll be showing, actually I needed 6 of them. Shoot. My bad, I needed 6 of them. I'll have to go down to the hardware store and buy 3 more. Growl. Anyway, I also have 4 of these end caps for the 2-inch pipes for mounting those. 3 of them are for mounting, and 1 is for my poop collection piece of it for the outside. I have 2 T's that will be going in there and 2 elbows, and that concludes the amount of product that I'm going to be using for this project. So let's get started, and I'll introduce you to the tools that I'll be using for this project. And we also have some a jigsaw. I also have my silicone gun, a Sharpie. I have a set of drill bits, a box knife, a measuring tape, which is very important, a cordless screwdriver, and this hex bit to drive in these screws. I also have a chop saw that I'll be using to cut the plastic material with. And another tool you're going to need is this 2-inch hole saw. For this project, I'm going to need to tap out a hole in the ends of these end caps. And I'll be doing 3 of these large caps and all 6 of the 3/4 inch caps. I'm taking these longer hex screws, and these are roofing screws or metal siding screws, and I'm going to be putting them and fastening these end caps onto the wall. So let's do that. I need that board there as a spacer, and we're going to run the hose, the pipe right there, and just lift it just slightly above that cage. Okay, measure the equal distance between the other two. Okay, those are set. Okay, we'll see how long my 3 pipes are, and then I'm going to have to cut. 30 inches each, so let's go cut some pipe. I'm going to use my chop saw to cut the 3 pipes. Okay, and that goes in there. And here I add an elbow and a T and a T. Okay, this piece was 21 inches. I did have a 5-foot length piece in my resource pile. So I cut this down, and we're going to go ahead and slide it in there and there. Okay, that is the main structure, except I got to tap a hole in through the floor and drain this to the outside. That's where that other elbow comes in. So let's try to tap that hole now. Okay, I'm going to put my hole saw on my drill. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and try to tap a hole in the floor. Okay, I got that piece in. Now, I'm not going to glue these pieces together. I'm just going to compression fit them, and that way, because I can disassemble it to be able to do some cleanup and some future remodel in here. And also, the pipe is in the way of the cage. So we're going to have to remove the pipes to pull the cages out. And but otherwise the systems are going to be functional. Anyway, this is the basic. There's some more work to do. I'm going to go outside and attach the outside pieces, so let's go out there. Okay, the outside here is going to be a work in progress. And we'll figure out I have plans on how to drain the fluid out, keep the turds and let them dry out, so I can dump the turds in my bags to continue selling the rabbit feces for manure for the gardens. But I want a nice, efficient collection system out here that's going to be able to be profitable. Okay, these pieces are not done yet. I still have to cut a slit in here and 2 little cross pieces, and also it creates an opening for the stuff to flow into the pipe. So let's go ahead and get that started now. I've got the ends marked on how far I want to cut it, but I'm using the print as a guide to do a straight edge. Okay, I'm going to tap a hole in each end. Now I'm using this board as a guide because the blade is a little bit too long and it'll hit the bottom. So if I raise it up, it won't hit the bottom. The next step is to find an end support that goes up here, because those vinyl panels will be coming down here at a slant and drain into those pipes. So I've got 3 water pipes that I will be using as a support on this side of the cages. So I'm going to measure those out and cut the pipes, and we'll try to attach them. Here's my end caps for that 3/4 inch pipe. So I'm going to tap a hole in each, change out my bit, and I'm going to attach these to the wall. I'm going to attach this end cap right here. Place this pipe right here in that fitting. And the other end of this pipe into this fitting. And it'll give me enough of an angle for water and poop and urine to drain. That extra length of pipe that I got left over from this 10-foot length of a water pipe, we're going to use it. Trimmed it down, and we're going to set it, I'm going to fasten it into the wall right here with those other long screws that I have. And we're going to use it as a base on which to screw the end of that vinyl sheeting. Okay, now for the vinyl sheeting, I stripped one of my pieces into 3 equal parts with a box knife, and it splits real easy. So I'm going to lay this piece down first, and I'm going to put some silicone adhesive in here. I have spectators. And lay this one over the top of the other 2 I've already made, and press it down. That way it'll give me a 30-inch or a 32-inch width to accommodate the width of the cages, and to be able to fasten, have extra to fasten up over the onto the wall on one side and onto that pipe on the other side. And for extra measure, I'm going to weight it down. So I'm going to let this sit here and cure for a while and set. So this stuff really is easy to cut with a box knife. It slices really easy. I just have to trim the ends off and make it the appropriate length to fit from one end of the bunny bungalow to the other into that drain trough that we built earlier. So let's just go ahead and take a break and let that cure. Okay, I just have to secure the end of this sheet to this pipe I mounted on the head of the wall, and then thread this other end down into this pipe for drainage. I'm going to secure it with a screw down here, and then also I'm going to tap in some of these screws up along this the water pipe, the PVC water pipe. Now I'm going to go ahead and secure it to the wall, giving it a lift up. Now this extends far enough out from the cage that on the front of the cage I'm going to be mounting some urine guards, and we'll be fabricating those in another episode. So stay tuned for that, because I have a Homestead hack to share with you guys that Marty Rainey taught me when we were filming that episode of Homestead Rescue, Honey, I Torched the Homestead. So I got to get busy and install the other 2, and then wait for my cages to arrive so I can assemble them and get this thing all ready to go. Okay, let's get a water test. So far the total cost of this entire makeover has been about $125, which includes a gallon of paint I purchased, all the PVC piping and fittings, and also the vinyl roofing material for the poop collection system. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I want to thank you guys for showing up and joining me on this video on number 4, installing the poop collection system on this Homestead building project series, the Rabbitry rebuild. Please stay tuned to some more videos. You could do that by clicking the subscribe button and also giving me a thumbs up, leaving a comment. I enjoy reading your comments, and sharing my videos also helps out the channel greatly. We'll see you guys on more videos coming up. Bye-bye. Before you go, be sure you click on one of these videos here that takes you to the videos on the Homestead building project series of the Rabbitry rebuild.